Hey, what's up, slackers? When I saw Cyberpunk 2077 was getting an anime, I was skeptical at first, thinking, I'll check it out if I have the time. But when I saw Studio Trigger was behind it, I was all in.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Because if Cyberpunk and Studio Trigger sound like a match made in heaven, it's cause it is. This show is sick. Enough stalling though, choom. Let's get down to biz.
Oh, David, my man, what's going on? Everything good?
Yeah.
What's up, June? You need something?
First off, you don't need to have played the game to enjoy the show, but you will get a bit more out of it noticing small details like how some of the apartments are one-to-one with the game, or how phone calls look just like in the game too. Also, no spoilers here, so you can watch safely. The show follows our main protagonist David Martinez as he navigates the harsh streets of Night City in high school.
No!
I'm not gonna lie, the second I saw David step foot into high school, I was ready to check out. Like, come on, you get a setting like this and the first thing you do is go to high school? I was ready to trash this, but then due to some unforeseen circumstances, David is forced to drop out and find work on the streets and eventually become an edgerunner. Basically a street mercenary, someone you hire to do your dirty work. So, will David rise to become a street legend or be just another cautionary tale?
David, my clue is June. You need to grow a pair. And I think you know I ain't just talking about any edgerunning sense.
The story here is awesome. It had me hooked. You really get to see David grow and understand why he does what he does. Which, let's be clear, David is not a hero, he's a criminal. You can just easily understand why, specifically in this setting, he went down the path of an edgerunner. Which actually, let's talk about the setting for a bit. Like I said earlier, they kinda pulled a gotcha with the high school in the beginning. Because he gets out rather quickly and only goes back one time to get revenge, which I can respect.
Guy, is he serious?
Get him up, let him get up, let him get up, let him get up.
Night City is a violent, corrupt, and oppressive hellhole of a city ruined by political interest and capitalism. You can feel the desperation in the city. Like, paramedics will just straight walk over your body and leave you dying in the streets if you don't have the premium insurance plan. It's I gotta give mad props to Trigger. They really nailed the city and how desperate this environment is. It's no wonder crime and murder are just business as usual. And when business is this bad, it's easy to see why people get crazy upgrades and enhancements that'll save their life short term, but'll shatter their mind in the long term.
Not here to sell. I want this fused here. High time I chrome the up.
Lastly, I gotta talk about the animation. As usual, Studio Trigger killed it. This show looks fantastic. It's one of their cleaner art styles. Whether it's day or night, everything just pops, from the colors to the character designs. My favorite design being Rebecca. She's the best. The action is so fluid and smooth. It's a joy to look at. Also, speaking of action, this show is pretty metal with how violent it gets. Like, people don't just die, they get f***ing obliterated.
Back it up. Looking to get shot?
Jesus Christ.
So if that just turned your stomach, this may not be the show for you. Also, a side note, the soundtrack is awesome. The songs really amplify the scenes and even have me bobbing my head every now and then. Overall, Cyberpunk Edgerunners was a welcome surprise. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. Makes me want to give the game a second shot. I mean, with the current gen update being out for a bit now, I might just step back in. You should totally give this show a chance. I cannot recommend it enough. I guess if I had to complain about one thing, I'd say I would have liked to learn more about some of the side characters since they're pretty cool, but that's nitpicking at this point. So yeah, slackers, go watch Cyberpunk Edgerunners. I can't recommend it enough, and I think it's dope. So that's gonna do it for today. So go ahead and like and do all that other stuff people always tell you to do, and I'll see you next time, slackers. Later.